How do you make children a part of the Tisha B'Av process, the 9th of Av, the day when we mourn and remember the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple, both temples? What are some ways to make children active part of this process? So here are some ideas. Obviously, it's always good to make sure children have a proactive role in the holiday or any Jewish rituals, so it's important to make children a part of this. So we're going to divide the fast into 4 different eras, to 4 different periods of time. You have the pre-fast, preparing the meal. You have Tisha B'Av night, Tisha B'Av morning, and Tisha B'Av afternoon, and I'll explain what you do in each one. So on the eve of Tisha B'Av, it's customary, besides for eating the actual meal that's going to prepare you for the fast, it's customary to have a mourner's meal. So we sit on the floor, we eat bread with nothing other than a hard-boiled egg, and some people even have the custom of dipping that egg in ashes. So to prepare all that, you can make the children part of that. So if you're going to make ashes, take a piece of paper, put it in a tin can outside in a safe place and burn it so you have some ashes, or you can just have them help you with the preparation of the bread or the hard-boiled egg. And then once you've done that, you've said Birkat Hamazon. That, by the way, is eaten sitting on the floor, the egg and the bread. Once you've said Birkat Hamazon, we usually... Actually, I'm sorry, even before we eat it, we switch into sneakers, no leather shoes. It's sort of similar to Yom Kippur, so there's no leather shoes. So just make them part of all that. Make sure they know that they can choose their shoes, if they're wearing Crocs or sneakers or whatever it may be. And then also what you want to do is make them part of preparing the meal, the pre-fast meal, the actual pre-fast meal, and then the pre-fast meal that's just bread, eggs, and ashes. Then you have once you have the sneakers on and everyone's ready, it's already sunset. It's customary to read at night the Book of Lamentations, so I'm sure this year there will be many streaming services, many synagogues that are going to stream Eicha, and so you can choose your reading of choice and just sit on the floor or on pillows that are on the floor and listen to the book of Eicha. If your children want to take this opportunity to read Eicha, that also is a great way of getting them involved. There's a special tune for reading Eicha, but if they just want to read it in a different tune, in a slower tune, whatever it is, they can do that. That's another option. Once you've finished reading Eicha and it's night, so it depends. This year, Tisha B'Av begins very late, and so by the time sunset and the stars are out, it's going to be already 9-10 o'clock, so they can either go to sleep at that point. I remember when we were kids, we used to take the mattresses, sleep on the floor. That may be something meaningful for your kids, may not, but that's also an option of sort of a proactive way of showing mourning that can be fun for kids sometimes, exciting. They get to do something different. You put the mattress on the floor, you sleep on the floor. That's just another idea. Then once you've done that, different people do different things. I know in camps, in summer camps, they do more programming at night, and it gets very dramatic. They'll maybe watch a Holocaust movie or whatever it is, but that's already more for kids who are teenagers. Once the morning comes, so it really varies from kid to kid, but there's lots of options for arts and crafts and various things. I'm gonna put the links to the different arts and crafts options in this video description. So there are a few really good, simple things you can do in the morning. So in the morning, you want to really also be more somber and speak about the temple, the Beit HaMikdash. If the kids are much younger, you can do coloring sheets. There's a ton of Tisha B'Av coloring sheets online. I will link to some of them in the video descriptions. You can use coloring sheets for Tisha B'Av about the Beit HaMikdash. You can do an activity about Ahavat Yisrael, not judging people, the concept of being nice to everyone. Speak about how the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because people were not nice to each other. That's another possibility, something you can do. Some people go further with building a model of the Beit HaMikdash, the temple. So they'll build it with Lego, they'll make a puzzle of it. Some people will color the Beit HaMikdash and then cut it out and sort of make a puzzle where they're sort of rebuilding the Beit HaMikdash. That's also a possibility. There are Gates of Jerusalem activities. There are many, many different arts and crafts where children can build a sample of the Beit HaMikdash. They can color a sample of the Beit HaMikdash. Some people build it and destroy it to sort of memorialize the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. And the same idea is with the puzzle. You sort of draw Beit HaMikdash and then take it apart and then reassemble it. That's another possibility. Others do the Gates of Jerusalem project about the old city of Jerusalem. There happens to be a fabulous 3D tour of Jerusalem. You can go anywhere in Jerusalem. You can tour Jerusalem. That's also an option. I'll link to that in the video description. Movies. Obviously, this also varies greatly, especially when we talk about Holocaust movies. Some of them can be very scary for younger children. So there's a variety of movies. You can watch some movies that are more history-oriented. BBC has something called The Siege of Jerusalem, and there's famously Ben-Hur. But again, these are not necessarily appropriate for all ages. You got to check the different options. Another option is to make a kotel, make a Western Wall. Kids sort of can make little bricks or can draw. So making the Western Wall or anything with Jerusalem is also appropriate. Then you come to the afternoon period, and then at that time you can speak about hope, resilience, the importance of hoping for rebuilding. There's an important story that's learned in synagogues by young and old alike about Kamsa and Bar Kamsa, the two people that were not particularly nice to each other, and the rabbis say that because of that kind of atmosphere, that's why the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. There's plenty of YouTube videos about that story, so they can act it out, you can speak about it, you can analyze it, different parts of it, and that's also something else, the story of Kamsa and Bar Kamsa, that you can do during the afternoon. And again, there's the movies option always there. Every year, not every single, but many Jewish organizations have extensive programming in the afternoon that are appropriate for all ages. So whether it is the Chafetz Chaim Heritage Foundation, the Orthodox Union, Yeshiva University, they all run programming. I'm sure there are many others. Some are more appropriate for kids. Others are more for adults. I know this year, Rabbi Yoel Gold is planning a fascinating storytelling series that's going to run Tisha B'Av afternoon. So there's really a lot of options for Tisha B'Av afternoon. And as the afternoon progresses, you start merging into preparing for the end of the fast. But it's really a day of an opportunity to really reflect on the meaning of the history, the destruction of the temple, what the temple was. There's lots of tutorials or videos of the temple or the city of David. It could be very appropriate. The city of David has some fantastic tours of ancient Jerusalem. And it's also an opportunity to reflect on the concept of Ahavat Chinam, being kind to people, loving kindness, not judging others, judging people favorably. Those are all possibilities of things you can do in the afternoon. So again, I'm going to link to the various arts and crafts, printouts, and ideas maybe for movies for children. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening, and may these days turn from days of mourning to days of joy and celebration with the rebuilding of the Beit HaMikdash.